this was the Orphe, I guess. Orphe. Basically, this is the new version of shoes with lights in them. They go all the way around the sole instead of just being like the little black back blinky ones like the kids' shoes have. These are actually, here's a great picture. The entire sole of the shoe across the, which way am I turning? There we go. All the way across the bottom here lights up. And as you can see from this photo up here, you can connect it to your iPhone or tablet or whatever through the app, and it'll actually play lights to whatever music you're listening to. So kind of takes light up shoes to the adult level. So if you want to check those out, I'm sure there's probably a video online somewhere. That's Orphe. Then we got another pamphlet for more battery stuff from the company that gave me the bag. So yeah, they actually had this bag pretty loaded up with like, here's a free sample with our bag, and here's like a little press kit. So yeah, that's the way to do it, people. Don't just have bags hanging there. Have a little sample of something or something to intrigue us and keep it. These guys were kind of cool, but we barely paid them any attention, and I apologize for that, guys. It was a long day. We were kind of tired. These are Emoji Glow, which they are USB cables. And I don't know if you can see, but on the end of the little USB cable there is an emoji head, and it won't focus. But basically, they can take any emoji that you want and put it onto your USB cable for you. It's a cute little idea. They light up and everything. We were just kind of walking by, and the girl's like, oh, all three of you got cameras, and none of you are going to stop and take any pictures. And we were like, well, what is it? And she was kind of telling us. And then we're like, okay, cool. And we were kind of walking away. She's like, so no one's going to take any pictures? And I turned around with my camera. I was like, okay, smile. And she like made this stupid face. And I don't know if I was filming at the time, but if I did, you'll see her in the video. I don't think I was, though. I'm sorry. You were adorable, but yeah, like I said, we were just tired. So yeah, that's Emoji Glow if you guys want to check them out. Maybe we'll see you guys next year, and we'll do a little bit more coverage. So there's that. Oh, I thought I had a second one of these, but I didn't see it in there a minute ago, but here it is. So I actually had two tennis balls, because they handed me one, they handed Dito one, and Dito's like, here, you can have it, I don't really want it. So I actually got two balls instead of one. Get the joke there, haha. Because I was like looking through the bag, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I got a second one of these, and every time I moved all the paperwork, it just wasn't there. Then it just magically appeared. So interesting. This is something kind of new, but something I've seen before. It just kind of caught my attention because it was a kid's toy, more or less. So basically, it's along the lines, if you guys remember from last year or the year before, we had the Sesame Street thing where you could build with the little letter blocks, and if you happen to spell a word, Grover would start talking to you. I know we didn't really get a good demo of that because their system started crashing when we were filming. But this is essentially along the lines of the same thing. As you can see here, you got a tablet and little letters, like fridge magnets, and as you put them in the thing, it'll start to recognize if you spell a word. Like, you can fill the whole thing up and you tap the little frog that's on the screen, and he'll sit there and think about it for a second, and then if it's a word, he'll show you a picture so it confirms your word. If it's not a word, then he'll just kind of look and think about it for a minute, and then he'll just like shake his head no or something. And it's actually pretty cool. Like, even if you put the letters on, like as you put the letters on, they'll pop up out of the water and like spin around and jump up into the word. And if you have the letter on the board upside down, it'll come up and kind of stop and it'll like shake to let you know that your letter's upside down. This isn't the way this goes. So you like turn it over and then it'll fly back up. So yeah, just another cute little thing for kids. I think the Sesame Street one was slightly better, but this one's actually more app-based, where the other one was kind of like live filming-based. So they both kind of have their place, but I think Sesame Street obviously has Sesame Street backing it, so that one might be a little bit bigger. But this one is pretty cool for what it is. Like I said, it's more app-based, where the other one was kind of just filming you or whoever's playing with the blocks, and then it has to like recognize the blocks and everything. So this one you can just kind of play without having to worry about the camera and all that, or being like in frame. So they both have their place. I'm not sure which one's better per se, but It's an interesting concept. It caught my attention, so I looked at it for a minute. Okay, so this is something that caught my attention just as a former lifecaster and now a YouTuber. This is Boxcast. Basically what it is it's all the stuff you would normally need for your broadcast setup all in one little box. It's got the AV and out, microphone, all that stuff. You can just kind of put it all through this one little box and it'll stream out instead of having to have like 9 different devices all plugged in together with a jumble of wires. And anybody who does live casting knows what I'm talking about. As we were talking to them, we asked them if it was functional for game casting, since Twitch is a big thing now. They said, unfortunately, they didn't really have that in mind when they started it. They kind of started it back when live casting was still a thing, but now they see that the market is shifting more towards gaming, so that's like a future development they're looking into. But as of this version, it's only for live casting, so sorry, Twitchers. But yeah, keep up with them in the future, Boxcast. Maybe they'll have something for you guys in the future, and then you won't have to have 900 different devices sitting on your desk to stream. Well, to stream decently, I should say. What is this one? This is the GoSun grill, or GoSun stove, I should say. Basically what it is a vacuum tube with a solar panel, as you can see on the back here. And you have a little tray that slides out of the vacuum tube. You can put all your stuff in it, slide it back in, you open up the reflectors, and the sun heats up the tube through solar power and creates like a vacuum which traps all the juices and heat in, and it'll just cook inside of it, so you don't need any electric. They are talking about implementing a electric heating element into it, so on days that like it's overcast or something, you just can't get to work, you can still use it just by plugging it in or whatever. So it's kind of a cool idea for like tailgating or just backyard barbecuing. They have 2 different models. The smaller one here actually folds up, and it's about the size of probably yesterday's tote bag. So maybe yay big across, but not quite as tall. Yeah, so it's fairly portable. The other one's kind of more meant to stay stationary, I think. Maybe like, again, for tailgating, have it in the back of your truck or whatever. But yeah, it's more or less a pretty cool camping grill kind of idea. So if you're interested in checking that out, I don't remember the prices on it. But yeah, so that's GoSun Stove. Check them out. Also, at GoSun Stove, they had these poker chips on their table, and they said that, oh, I do remember the price points. The small one was $2.79, I want to say. So, yeah, but then they had these poker chips where if you enter basically the code off of this, which I don't even know where the code is on this. Yeah, I don't know where exactly the code is on this, but basically if you get the code off of these saying that you visited CES, you can actually get $100 off of your purchase. So the $179 or the $279 version goes down to $179, which isn't bad. I think the other one was $500 or $700. So either way, you can knock $100 off that. So it'll go from 7 to 6 or 5 to 4, which still isn't that bad. So yeah, I actually got 2 of those because one of the other guys handed me theirs and was like, "Oh, I don't need this." So yeah, I don't know where the code is on these. So I guess I just got a couple GoSun poker chips. Yeah, so there's those. And what else is in here? Oh, then we got a business card from the people at Laundroid, which is basically a giant cabinet that folds your clothes for you. So basically you take your clothes out of the wash and you just kind of throw the shirts in on the shelf, close the door, and the door will take the shelf, lower it into this contraption. It'll pull the shirt out, like fold it all properly, put it back in the shelf, stack everything, and then it'll come back up and reopen with all your clothes folded. It's kind of cool, but kind of big, kind of bulky. You got to have the space for it. It's probably ridiculously expensive. and probably takes forever for something you could do yourself in like 2 minutes, unless you're just that lazy that you can't be bothered to fold clothes. So yeah, that's the Laundroid if you want to check them out. And guys, that's it for the day 2 bag. However, we did go to another party, and I did get one item at the party. They didn't have a bag, but they were handing these out as we left. This was from the Indiegogo party, as you can see there. And what this is a tracking device. Not 100% sure how it works, but I think it just syncs up with like Bluetooth or something, and you can like put it on your bag or something. Then if your bag goes missing, you can kind of look up where it's at through the Bluetooth GPS or whatever's in this. I'll have to look into how it works, but yeah, they gave us a tracking device through Indiegogo. So thanks, guys, at Indiegogo. Pretty cool party, except that the food ran out before we got there, unfortunately, because they got a lot more people than they were expecting. They only had one free drink. Come on, guys, at least do 2. But yeah, so maybe next year from them. Obviously, it's Indiegogo, so it's a crowdfunding thing. So they probably don't have a huge amount of money yet to be dumping into CES parties. But for your first attempt, it was good. Just next year, plan bigger. But overall, it was still fun, and I hope to see you guys again next year. And thank you for the tracking device. So that is it for day 2 bag. Again, I will be back shortly with day 3 bag. Again, not sure what order I'm putting these out in. If it's going to be day 1, then day 1 bag, or day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, then day 1 bag, day 2 bag, day 3 bag, day 4 bag. But it'll be some order of that. So until then, again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.